second. Let me get my water down here.
That's all right. We'll do an intro here. All right, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Capes and Lunatics. It's me, Phil. Lilith is here, and we have a special guest, Sukesha Ray,
Hi,
artist,
guys.
musician. Who knows what else she's up to?
Guess we'll find out.
That's right. So, yes, I was doing my homework on you because I do see that you are appearing soon at Steel City Con here next weekend. I am local, so I'm not too far from the con.
Ooh. Okay, will you be there?
I might. I don't know. Some of those crowds have been getting bigger and bigger, so
Yes.
you're gonna be bombarded because they've been getting bigger, pulling bigger and bigger crowds.
Honestly, I am so excited, you guys. First of all, hi, I'm Sukesha. I am really, really excited. This is my first guest appearance ever out of my 13 years of doing this. So,
oh wow.
I'm really excited and I'm really nervous. And the response to me being announced was quite interesting. So,
I know. You can even meet the whole cast. I see that they're doing like a 90210 reunion there.
I'm so honored too, because you work really, really, really hard, and I think sometimes I might work too hard, but I'm really excited and grateful because it's been a long journey, and it's really cool to be recognized by like big shows like that. So I have like a couple guest appearances. A lot of people have been like being reached out like, hey, be a guest here, be a guest there. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. So yeah.
So yes, you are a hentai artist. Lilith is a big hentai fan. So
Really,
it's an art form. Yes,
I know.
Yeah, it is. It is. I like her already, honestly. I like her already. She already gets points with me.
So yes, I was doing my homework, looking up like previous interviews and stuff. So you started when you were 10 years old with the art?
Yeah, like literally, I don't know. I did this thing, DeviantArt. You guys remember old site?
Yeah.
Yep. I just started
it's
posting.
still alive, but AI has kind of started to try to kill it, unfortunately. But I'm a Tumblr DeviantArt girly, so I totally get where you're coming from.
But you know what also killed it, Lilith? You know what? I'm really angry at them right now because I had a subscription with them for many years, and I still do. But what they were trying to do to me was they were flagging like my non-inappropriate things as inappropriate, and like so I was using it as my portfolio, and these major cons couldn't see any of my things because they were flagging like my cute Pokemon art as like NSFW. I'm like, this is nonsense. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, I pay for your services every month to get like the nice badges and all the nice perks of the site, and I'm like, y'all gotta stop. Like, get someone to manually look, and like, I was really upset. So now I think I'm just like,
I'm from a few artists, and it's such a shame. It was such a great space when it first came out, and really great for the artists and the fans. Like, you could literally find anything that you were looking for fan art. And I'm sorry that happened to you, and I'm sorry that happened to the site. Actually, that was the heyday of the internet. It's past us now, unfortunately.
And you know what? It did like bring about my career because like I know a lot of my pieces went viral on there. So that was my first intuition because, Phil had said that, oh, you started 10 years ago. That's when I started to see, okay, people actually like my stuff. Oh, can I swear on here? Also,
yes, absolutely.
Okay. I was like, oh shit, people actually like my shit. That's fucking crazy. And I started to see like my Raven blew up, like some other ones just got like 10,000 plus views, lots of favorites. And I was like, okay, well, if people really like my stuff at 18, I was like, maybe I could try doing a Comic-Con and maybe people will like it, so that's kind of cool. And then I was already doing like commissions. Like I started with requests because all artists do that. We're like, oh, we're not good enough to make, when you're younger, you just kind of do requests and art trades. And then people are like, started at 10 years old. They were like, oh, do you do hentai? And my father's a surgeon, my mom's a nurse, so I see bodies all the time. I'm used to it, right? Because I have a medical family. So I never thought of anything. I just like, oh, it's a body. So I actually started doing hentai when I was very young. And I remember my first hentai piece. It was this girl tied up with like whip marks. I was really young when I did it too. And the client was like, you have to add more whip marks. And I'm like, I'm sorry.
Oh no.
I was like, I'm sorry. I still have it to this day. It's the funniest thing ever, honestly.
That's such a funny story.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
I was looking at some of your posts. I mean, just some of the requests you get, just like sex with animals and
They're funny, and they ask in person. That's the craziest thing. They ask me at a con when I'm with my father, my surgeon Indian father. Oh yes, yes. They ask literally right there with my mom and my dad. Ruthless.
Wow.
Yep.
I was gonna ask you, how do your parents feel about that?
My parents are super proud of me. Like I literally do this and I have been doing this for years now to a point where like it's taken me to Dubai, like all over the world, and I'm so grateful. And it's blowing up right now, which is crazy. But I'm grateful that my parents support me. Now my dad, he hates the hentai. He hates it. It makes him so uncomfortable. Like you can tell. So I retired my dad from doing Comic Cons just because I know it does. You know what I mean? Like we'll fight at cons. Like my dad will be like, "Ikea, stop it," and I'll be like, "Dad, stop it. I have to draw this hentai," and I'll be drawing it on the. It's really funny, and I'll be drawing it on the spot. And my dad will be like, "Hey, there's a kid." I'm like, "Dad, I know there's a kid. Take a walk." We're always fighting, and then he sits here really grumpily, and he'll be like, he'll sit there and stare at people like grumpy. He'll be like, "Dad, stop it. You can't do that."
It's my career.
Yeah, he's just this cute, grumpy little Indian man, but I love him with all my heart. So he is very proud of me. They both are, but my dad he's like, "Do you have to do the naughty stuff?" And I'm like, "Dad, I really like to do it too." Like, you know, he's really, really funny. So
are the majority of the commissions for the naughty stuff, or do you get a lot of
like a majority is like 50-50, I'd say. It's fun because, yeah, someone would think like if you offer that kind of stuff, like you get a lot of it, which I do, but I would say 50-50 because now that I'm DC, I have like a DC cover under my name. I'm getting a lot of like DC characters, covers, and I have to keep it a little bit tame too. Like that stuff I'll post on the Patreon, but because of that, I have to keep a little bit of a professional like on the main page. I can talk about it, but I will never post it, you know. So
yeah, we love the background stuff, and like we're
yeah,
big DC and Marvel fans, so it's like, so how do you get the variant cover for what was it, Batman and Robin #3, which we are reading? So how do you get that? Do they approach you about that, or do they have a thing where you send a submission in, or?
That's a great question. Actually, I love telling the story because it's a craziest story, and I remember it happened when I was like at a very low point in my life too. I was getting out of COVID and I had long COVID. It was MegaCon, and I actually auditioned at MegaCon 2 years ago, right? 2 years ago it took for me to get that cover, which is crazy. And my friend Mustafa Musa, he's very, very popular inkist on he does Marvel and DC, but he's one of my very good friends, and he's like, "You know what, Sukesha, I know you're an anime artist, and I know a lot of the comic people puts down anime, but they're having open calls for DC at MegaCon." So he's like, "I'm gonna get you the room to the audition. I want you to submit your work because I believe in you and I know you can do it." And I was like, "Most, but they're not gonna take me because I'm an anime artist. Why would they take me?" And he's like, "You never know. Just go in there, okay?" So I picked my 10 best pieces. Obviously, they were all SFW. And I remember I remember with like 4 other people. I can't imagine how many submissions they got at a show like MegaCon, which is like 200,000 plus people, right?
The Florida MegaCon?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's a great con, yeah.
Great show, right? So I can't imagine there were 4 other artists with a callback, and including I was one of them. And I was like, "Are you joking?" I was like, "Oh my God." So I went in, I went to the next day was the callback on Saturday. So I went in and I met Ben Abernathy, the executive editor at the time. I think he stepped down now, but I was so nervous and I was about to faint because that long COVID and just the long hours of con, I was sweaty and I was like not conscious. Like I almost passed out on the spot, but I slowly I kept it together. But I remember asking Ben, this is so funny. I was so not with it that I was like, do you guys do like hentai at DC? I was such an idiot. Who asked that to the executive editor of DC?
You should have said, "Are you interested in a Black Label book featuring hentai?"
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I know. I was like, and Ben was like, "No, Sukesha, we don't do porn here at DC, but thanks for asking." And I was like, either he thinks I'm cute and funny, or he's gonna send me out the door for that comment. But he actually really liked it. And he's like, "Your unique anime style is one of the reasons we want to hire you. So congrats." And he's like, "Welcome to the team." So yeah, it was pretty cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
really enjoy the new. I like that they're taking more and more risk lately. Just
Yeah.
to reach out to different demographics and things, because like the traditional art style is traditional. It's just that, but like
Yeah.
manga is huge, anime is huge. Why not try to modernize and pivot and get the younger people into it? So like at this point, whatever it takes. I was really
Mhm.
sad to see the Wonder Print imprint go away, but that would have been a great place for
Oh yeah.
more anime artists and things like to bring into the fold.
Mm-hmm. And I remember I did audition for Marvel, and I did get a call back for Marvel too, which is pretty awesome as well. But I remember the Marvel, I can't remember the rep of the Marvel guy, but he had told me to come back because first of all, at the time I didn't have even any Marvel characters. And I rudely kind of auditioned with a DC character, so maybe that's another thing I probably shouldn't have done. Yeah, I auditioned with Raven. So I didn't even have any Marvel. So one, he wanted more Marvel characters. So he was like, come back when you have Marvel. And two, we want to see more of your just line work, you know? So, because they're big into that in Marvel. So I was like, okay, so I'm probably gonna apply like again, like this year with updated work. So we'll see about that.
But yeah, I was all happy to see it when they announced you for Steel City Con because it seems
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know, they're always like focusing on like the TV and the movie people and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. And just I'm like we need more comic creators, we need more artists, we need more writers there, you
Because
know.
that's where it started, and
Yeah.
I'm glad
Yeah.
that it's like more of a cultural global thing. But
Wow.
like at the same time, I miss that intimacy of original Comic Cons where you go to Artist Alley and you get to see your
Right.
favorite artist or your favorite writer, because that's
Right.
what built the community. And
Yes.
if we stray too far from it, it just kind of loses its meaning for me.
I agree. I totally agree with you guys. And it's literally, I mean, I remember talking to a lot of people because I did San Diego last year. It was my first year doing San Diego too. So it seems like opportunities have been like up here, there, up there. So it's cool. But I remember talking to people and they were like, the original San Diego was only comics.
Oh yeah.
Only
Yeah,
comics. Yep.
and you know the first cultural thing that
Yeah.
they actually did was Star Trek. And then that's where it kind of
Mm.
grew from there. Like, yeah, you could
Wow.
frequently see a lot of like the original Star Trek cast.
Wow. I did
And
not know
that's what
that.
kind of opened everybody's eyes. So like, maybe we can.
Wow.
It took like literally decades for it to like really catch
Wow.
on, and for TVs and movies to
Wow.
actually like want to go there and be its own thing. So
Dang. I didn't know that. That's so cool. Wow.
Oh yeah, she grew up in San Diego, so
yeah, I
Oh.
literally got to watch it kind of like grow before my eyes.
How old are you? Oh, well, I'm not supposed to ask a lady her age. Sorry.
I'm in my 30s.
And you're in your 30s. Awesome. I just turned 30, so cool.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, girl. The grays are coming. Trust me. That's awesome.
no, don't stress over 30. You go once you hit 40, yeah, just
Yeah, Phil's an expert in that area.
oh shut up.
Oh.
His
That's
mom
awesome.
said I'm his little sister, so I get to bug him like a little sister. So
Yo, you have to.
Oh good, I
Honestly.
get to torture you next time you're up here. Okay.
I
Mhm.
mean, you do that anyway. So
I mean physically, not mentally.
okay, fair enough.
No, that's me drawing the whips on the girls. You know.
Oh,
That's me.
okay. I don't know if you want to talk about this. So yeah, I'm scrolling through your social media. The craziest story I think I heard you tell was the
Mhm.
one with the celebrity. You know what I'm talking about, where you
Oh
wanted to
my
come to his
God,
house.
no,
I'm like, is this for real?
yes, it's for real. So I was okay in my younger days. I would love to talk about the story because this is so funny. Okay. I was such a hustler back in the day. Like I would do anything to make sure that people knew about my art. Like I was crazy. I used to graffiti walls in Miami because I'm like, people will know my name, whether they want to or whether they not want to, you know?
Nice.
And I remember my art page was like growing and my music page was growing pretty fast. My music page was originally an art page. Like I was Sukesha the artist. It's a long story, but basically the celebrity reached out to me and I can't disclose the name of the celeb because I promised him.
Oh yeah. Well, once you hear this story, you'll know why she's not releasing.
Yeah. Lilith doesn't know. But so basically, and I signed something, so I can't talk about it. But he texted me and he's like, "Hey, do you want to paint?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" He said, "I'll give you $1,000, and would you like to do body art on me?" And I was like, "Okay, what are we talking about?" Like, I was such a hustler. I'm like, "How much money are you gonna pay me?" And then he was like 1,000, but I had the catch is that I had to paint his penis, and I was like, okay. I was taking it like so seriously though. I was taking it so seriously. I'm like, okay, then what should we paint the penis into? And then we were going back and forth, and he was actually really cool. So we were talking back and forth, and I actually met with him then. I drove down to Miami, and then I made him lay down, and I turned his penis into the Loch Ness Monster.
Nice.
I'm still standing so straight. This is the biggest one I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
It was a monster. It was truly a monster. So I was like, keep your penis still. And I was yelling at him because it was I was like, keep it still. And then he was weird. Like, he wasn't weird or anything though with me. He was just letting me paint. And then I was like, okay, it's finished. And it looked like a masterpiece. And then obviously he was the only one that took pics, because if I had him, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
he doesn't want some random person to have him. But so anyway, I was like, where's my cash? Because I was such a hustler.
Sometimes you have to be like that though, especially in Miami.
Yeah, I'm not like that anymore. I would never do anything that crazy. But I remember he gave me the $1,000, and he was like really, really kind though. And he's like, remember, and he was afterward, he made a comment, and he's like, you know, you could always have this if you wanted it. So I think it was like his way of flirting with me. And I was like, sir, I was thinking in my head, sir, that would rip me open and destroy me. But I'm good. That's very kind. Like, I'm a small person. I'm like, that is an anaconda, and that's not going inside of me. Thank you. Stop it. So that was my funny story with that celebrity, and I will never forget it to this day. And it's people cry. I remember how like he sometimes occasionally asks me to paint on him, but I'm like, dude, I'm good for now. I got a lot of shit. So
I would be conflicted. I'd be like, yeah, I don't want this weird story out about me, but I want this girl to say, oh yeah, it was huge. It was.
I know, it's like, well, if it's huge. Nowadays, hell, they probably leak their own pics nowadays.
No, literally, we're out here like Drake, just flopping it where everyone can see it. So
yeah.
My God. So it's one of the funniest things that everyone I tell that to just cracks up. So that was good. And the cool part is that he just never like tried anything like slimy. He just made that comment, and I was like, okay. It was a pretty like very chill exchange of body painting, and then I left, and I was like, nice to meet you. Bye. Glad you like the penis painting.
How long did that take?
Honestly, I'm pretty fast like at art itself. So honestly only like an hour. Like I can probably do a huge mural in like a day or so. So maybe a day and a half. Yeah.
So like if they offered you like your own comic book or something, like a monthly comic book, so would you be down for that, especially since you have the speed and everything?
Probably. That would be real. I'm actually trying to work right now. Just everything's just so busy with the music. I'm trying to work on my own hentai, which is pretty cool. And yes, it's gonna be.
Yeah, well, we know a bunch of people do it too.
I was gonna say, are we thinking GoFundMe, Kickstarter? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, supposedly, the comic community on Kickstarter is like really supportive.
Yes. Well, I'm actually in like I'm not sure about this, but like I'm kind of working on like actually publishing with like
like a creator owned with like actual publisher and stuff.
With an actual publisher, yeah. I just can't talk about it yet because
that's totally fine.
Yeah.
But that's exciting.
Yeah,
it's a lot of work, but it's so worth it, especially nowadays with like the state of like the big two and the monopoly that they have. It's really nice that creators can go out on their own and they're not dependent on that big two anymore.
Yeah, and everyone
especially with like different art forms like hentai, where it's like they're kind of like still kind of hesitant. It's still the old guard. I think it's gonna take one more generation before the fuddy duddies are out of there.
I think so too. I agree with you, Lilith. That's true.
So how do you balance your art and your music though? Like that those are like two very time intensive things.
Literally alcohol. I'm not even gonna lie. Literally alcohol.
Now she's your best friend.
I'm sorry. It's so hard. Like it's actually so hard. And anyone that tells you, like I used to be a Twitch streamer like pretty heavily, and I had a big following on there, but I really realized like to do good at all three of those things just was not gonna happen, honestly.
So are we talking like the 3-hour streamer or like the full 8-hour day streamer?
8 hours.
Oh wow. That's draining mentally, emotionally, physically. You don't want to go. Yeah. I have a couple of friends that are streamers that do that, semi-successful at it, and they're always just like, no, we can't go out. I'm tired.
No, it is so hard, you guys. And when you're a singer, your voice just kind of you can't do it, you know. So I was like, damn, like my voice is tired. I can't record, and my team is out in Belgium, so I'm always flying to Belgium and back. Yeah, long story short, I got picked up by like a team out there. We were originally with Warner Music, which is exciting, but we left them just because of some contract deal stuff that was not the thing that we needed. So now I'm with Sony. So this new single I dropped with Sony, it's been like about a week and a half that it's been out, and it has like 80,000 plays already. It's really cool. So,
Cool.
and yeah, it's been picked up by the radio, I think, major radios in Belgium as well already. So that's pretty cool. So watch out, Taylor Swift. I'm kidding. Kidding. I'm joking. She's cool.
Did you pick out your NFL player yet? Oh no.
Oh no, I think they're slimy though. Football players, oh, they always cheat though.
All football players. But you know what you do? If you do want a sports guy, get yourself a hockey guy. They are super loyal.
There you go. Because I think
I
football.
don't know if you're into hockey, but hockey is my favorite sport.
Ooh, how about you, Phil? What do you like?
He's not a sports ball guy.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah, it's so weird. I'm not, but my 11-year-old son is the big sports fan. Yeah.
There's always one in every family though. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's
It's
cool.
skipped a generation. His dad's big
I
into
did.
wrestling.
I know. Well, my son and my dad will sit there and talk sports. I'm like, oh yeah.
Wow.
No.
That's actually really funny. Okay, I'll remember hockey. Okay. So
hockey players are great. Just saying.
Canadians, right, Lil?
I mean, even American hockey players are pretty loyal, and you never really hear much about them. So
they don't get enough rep. It's always basketball and it's always football, honestly.
Sometimes baseball, but not baseball hasn't been America's pastime for a while, unfortunately.
Yeah, but you do hear about like Astros going to the World Series a lot, and like you hear about that stuff. So yeah, the music.
She doesn't have time for a relationship though, Phil.
Yeah, that's actually true. No, she's right. I don't. That's why this year I literally just got out of like a 6-month. I had a really, really big 3-year that I got out of recently. And I tried something for 6 months with a guy 10 years younger with me. And I don't know why I did it. I did my cougar phase. So.
Oh, now you're really talking her language.
Really?
Yeah. I literally only date guys 21 to 25 right now because I don't want to get married. I don't want kids. So it's like, I don't want to waste anybody's time. I just want to have fun.
Really love her. I love her.
She likes them pretty and stupid. I mean,
honestly,
stupid. Just young, dumb, full of cum. That
Wow.
I actually love her though.
I know.
That's so funny.
Alcohol, young man. You're talking her language.
Yeah. I mean, not this year. Yeah. I'm actually on a full sabbatical from everything because I'm training for a marathon. So no alcohol, no sex, no nothing.
Awesome. Yeah, sometimes you just.
But 2025, I feel bad for everybody in 2025.
Yes, girl. Oh my God.
Some young man's dying.
She's coming on the streets. She's coming.
Oh yeah, because didn't I see? Didn't you? Isn't that what your song's about? The relationship.
Yes. Yes, it's about somebody. So it's about it's actually a compilation of people who have like broke me. It is a lot about my 3-year relationship. That one really messed me up because I feel like I'm literally asexual right now because of this person. And like it's also about a music producer that hurt me and like raped me years ago. And he was from like, I don't want to say that it was from a major label, but I don't want to say the label just because listening ears, you know what I mean? But he was also from a major label and he was the first person I worked with. And this person like literally like messed me up. So it's sort of like I won't go back to you in a sense of like all these people that really hurt me, you know? But there are some lines and nuances where you can tell, oh, that was about that guy. You know what I mean? So I always.
It's cathartic. I'm glad you're able to get it out.
I was gonna say, is it kind of therapeutic? Because even if you're not naming names, you're kind of putting it out there. What's like, what happened? And
oh yeah, all of his friends, like all of that person's friends, like because they know me so well, they're like, "Yo, Sush," because people call me Sush. They're like, "Was that about him?" And I was like, "That line was about him." And you can tell, it's about him. So. But it's funny because I'll never actually say the name of the person, right? Because that's not right in any circumstance. But what he did was really messed up to me, and I didn't deserve it. And you know how like there's both sides of the party. Anyone could see from the outside and say like, "What in the hell?" Like that's crazy because I have such a big heart, and I did so much for this person. And you know when you give so much and you give so much for like a long time, and then just the person does like a 180. And you're like, who is this person anymore? Who is that? That's crazy to me, you know? So I still sometimes cry about it to this day. And, I think it does make the best music though, so. Yeah.
Well, good for you. Keeping going with the music, because I know there's some people
Thank
that
you.
might just
Yeah,
make them
like
stop.
yeah. So did that
Mhm.
make you like kind of want to be more like involved with like producing like your own stuff? Like, because I know that you like play
Mhm.
the piano and you sing and
Mhm.
so you know.
I
So did that
remember.
influence you to make be more heavily involved on the producing side?
Yeah, actually, Lilith, yes. Like that's actually a really good question. Like I remember the whole reason I got involved with music because I was always an artist. I was also always a drawing artist, right? And that dark person in Miami that pulled me in. This is so crazy because it was through my art that I became a musician. And these are the craziest stories you guys will ever hear. Now, this person, the song's also about, but I remember being in a club and I was really drunk, and this really weird character with a very dark aura came and approached me. Do you ever get a very dark aura from somebody, but you're sort of like, it's like curiosity killed the cat because you've never experienced anything like it, so you want to investigate it, like who this
Don't forget the end of that, but satisfaction brought it back.
the satisfaction problem.
That's the full saying, and I like to just put it out
Oh,
there because you know curiosity can be a bad thing, but it can be a good thing too. And you need your
wow.
learning lessons when you're young. We've all kind of
Hmm.
been there, so yeah, I totally get what you're saying.
Oh, I like that. I'm gonna use that now. Thanks. Like that a lot. I remember that this guy pulled me in and he was like, there's something weird about you. And I was like, huh? And he's like, so what do you do? And I was like, I'm an artist. I am a graffiti artist. I draw, I paint. He's like, but can you sing? And I was like, oh, I can sing. I've always been able to sing. I've always done like musicals. And he's like, sing something. And I sang something. He's like, wow, you should come with me. I think we can really make you into like a superstar. Like I think, and I was like, what? Like I was like dumbfounded. I'm like, are you serious? Like he's like, no, like you have like I think you can be one of us. And I was like, one of us? What are you talking about? And he was one of like the biggest producers. He was actually friends with Diddy. He's good
Oh,
friends with Diddy, so
Mm.
that would explain the darkness. But I remember every single night I was with the most powerful people in the entire world. Like I was with one night Rick Ross, another night the Chainsmokers at their birthday party, another night I was with recording with Bryson Tiller, like Chris Brown, like all these people like in a room. Birdman, like he was friends with Lil Wayne, so he's like it got abusive though. It started to get like really abusive, like the relationship, and I was starting to like not only mentally but like just in other ways too, you know. But I you know when something happens and it changes your life, I'll never meet. I feel like that kind of person. It was such a rare encounter, but he's like, you are a superstar. I know that, you know, I don't want to sound like anything like Grant, but that's what he told me, and I was like, but I'm just an artist. I was like, but I'm just a little artist. So, you know, but he's like, but I really believe in you in the beginning of our relationship, you know, when it wasn't dark and scary. But he's like, I really believe in you. Like, I think you can do it. And I was like, whoa. So then after I cut ties with that person because he started threatening me and some bad shit went down. He really threatened me and threatened my family. My producer from Belgium jumped on a plane and flew out on his own dollar to work with me. I've never heard of that in my life. I've never heard of that. So I'm like, okay, maybe there's something with music here that the universe is pushing me to do because I've never seen something like that. Usually producers are pretty slimy. They're like, okay, you're
yeah,
gonna
they
have to,
charge you for everything.
yeah. So Brunel, he's just like, okay, I believe in you. You're very talented. He jumped on his own plane, and we recorded here at my house. And he's like,
Oh, wow,
that.
you got a recording studio at your house? So neat.
Actually, it's funny enough, I didn't. He brought his own
Oh,
stuff. I was like,
wow.
are you serious? That must have been expensive too. What the hell? So I think just, you know, guys, when the universe pushes you to do things and you're meant to do something, you just kind of got to follow your heart, but you can't do it in like a negative
Yeah,
energy.
we always talk about manifesting stuff here, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And just
Yes,
kind of like listening to a lot of people ignore the universe. Even like they have like one setback, like, well, that wasn't for me, but that was your test.
it
And
is.
if
It
you push
is.
past that,
Yeah. I think so too, Lilith. I definitely agree with you guys. So I'm on this journey and I'm just following like good energy and good vibes. And I'm just grateful for everyone who's like supported it along the way and see where it goes, I guess.
it's
So
just you're just such a unique soul. Like just music and art and just like you still have this
yeah.
really great bubbly energy about you. Like
Yeah. I try because I've been through a lot and that's why I never really get angry about things. I'm just like you're right, I'm like a very soft soul, and it shows in my work too. My work is very soft, as well. So I just, life happens, and if like I was very short tempered back in the day, and I've such mellowed out like with the people I've worked with. It's just you go through things, and I feel like this is my old fart self talking, at this point. But I'm always grateful. I'm very grateful for where everything has taken me, and I feel like doing art full time and music full time is like it's not an easy task. And for that reason, I told myself, circling back to this fact, in 2024, I was like, I will not date anybody. I don't care if he's a billionaire. I don't care if he's like really hot and has a perfect size penis. Not a big one, but a perfect size penis.
There's a lid for every pot, as my grandma likes to say.
Exactly. It has to be perfect for me. But I'm saying, even if it is the perfect penis, I'm not dating. I don't care. Like, I went on a couple dates. Like, I recently went on a date with a multimillionaire. That was a fun one. And he's very, very attractive older guy. But I even told him, I was like, listen, like, this is not my year to do that. I maybe in the future, but I told myself the temptation is real, but I'm not going to do this, No.
Sometimes you gotta take time for you and see where it goes. Absolutely. Proud of you. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of women don't like, they're afraid of like hitting that wall and
Mm-hmm.
being past best by date. No, don't listen to that.
Do you guys want to know like my biggest fear in relationships?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God, it's if like the guy like 20 years later tells me that they're gay. After we have kids and everything. Like, I've heard stories of men being like, by the way, 20 years later, after you have kids and like everything, right? I'm gay.
I would think there would be signs.
Yeah, we're kind of past that, hopefully, now with society. Like, people are a little more free to be themselves.
That's back in the day when
people
weren't free to come out. Yeah.
So I'm just like, that's my funny, weird fear of it. But honestly, like, I think just right now, it's just like not the time. I'm like healing, and I really am so happy. Lilith can probably, I pointed at Phil. Lilith can probably feel me, just like with the whole, like, do you be strong and just like love who you are. Like, you don't always have to, just clutch onto someone else. So yeah, I'm doing me.
So do you have a next single picked out? Like, are you allowed to talk about like your game plan now that this one single's blown up? I know that like when things go viral, they like usually have like a prep plan for when it goes viral and what's next. Are you allowed to talk about that? Or?
Yeah, no, absolutely. This year was gonna be music year for me, so I'm putting a lot of my shows on hold, and like a lot of them I've skipped out on because I have to fly there. I'm planning, guys, on doing just like a whole music year, just like drop, just a lot of content because COVID put us back like 3 years, like everybody. Yeah. So it was really annoying. Like, I was supposed to be way further. So this year is the year we're just gonna mass drop. So expect more. So this one just came out. I'm really excited. I have to fly back, I believe, like in a couple weeks. So we're gonna make some more stuff. So yep.
Are we doing music videos?
You already have.
Are we doing No, like any more music videos planned that you can talk about, or do you plan incorporating your forgive me if I pronounce it wrong, like Bengali dancing or anything like that into it? Or?
Oh, that's cool. Oh, girl, I wish I could fucking dance. Oh no. Oh, ew. I might practice though. The thing is, I've never practiced. You guys feel me? Like, if I dedicated myself, I could probably do it. But like, I can't dance with my life. Dancing, no. Cooking, no. Like,
we all have our gifts.
I know, and it's funny because my label.
If you were a triple threat, I would have been really upset, low key. So it's okay.
No, girl. No. I think I can talk though. I'm like a really good, like, I think a comedian, I could be like a really good one, but like, I literally, no way, because there's just not enough time in the day to be good at 3 things. That's what I realized, like, as I'm even struggling just to do art and music, and like people are like still yelling at me. I get a text a day from like a loved one being like, you don't care about me anymore. I'm like, what is this? Calm down. Like, people just like they're always like judgmental, man. I had a breakdown yesterday because someone who was like very close to me was like, oh, you're so famous now, you don't care. I'm like, here I am. I'm just like doing art. I don't think of myself like that at all. And granted, like, I know I have like a lot of followers on some platforms. Yeah. And I'm like, that's crazy that people think that. I'm just like an art. I just think of myself as a creator, you know? I mean, it's cool when your stuff goes viral and people like your stuff, but I don't think of myself like that. You know what I mean? It's weird. And then
And again, you'd be busy if you were just doing one of those things, but music, art, I mean, you're doing both.
yeah, it's just it is really overwhelming sometimes. So that's why laughing when Lilith was laughing because of the alcohol. But it's true, like I do drink a lot just because it is very hard to balance. Just wine though, just wine. So but it helps calm me down from like some stress that I have. But yeah, I'm just trying to do what I can do. And like most people are very kind. Like most people understand, like, okay, she's got a lot on her plate, but there's always that rotten apple that's just like, oh, you're a shitty person. You're a shitty person because you don't answer your phone. And I'm like, man, I just didn't need that right now. That's something that happened.
First of all, why are you calling anybody in the year of our Lord 2024?
Literally, I was like, I can't wrap my head around these people sometimes. Like, what?
This could have been a
Text messages are the best thing. Is the best invention in the world.
This could have been a text. Yes.
Yes. No, actually, and then another client, a client of mine, like this is a fucking client that has ordered art from me. He's like, I've noticed when I come by at Comic-Cons, you just don't want to talk to me. And I'm like, no shit, because this is my job. I'm making sales. I don't have time to talk to you for 4 hours. Oh my God, I chewed that one out. I was really upset. So mad. Oh, I was salty.
But all right, I'm going to throw this out here, and I'm sure Lilith is going to agree with me. Yes, as you drop in music, let us know. You can come back. We'll talk music, or if you say, hey, can you promote this on the social media? We'll do that.
Oh, guys, thank you. That's very kind. Oh.
Yeah, it's been really great talking to you and getting to know you. Like, we wish you nothing but the best. We look forward to more music, but more importantly, more art. So whenever you get back to art, and you can talk about that art thing that you're working on, let us know. We'd be more than happy to review it and have you back.
Oh, that's awesome. Because I know I do have a White Widow dropping really soon. That's my next cover that's dropping.
Oh, really?
Yes, White Widow number 8 is coming next. So so excited for that. There's some other things that are bubbling under that I can't. It's things I just can't talk about just yet. You know what I mean? But I am really, really excited. I'm gonna really try to like dedicate myself on my own comic and maybe even like another, like I've been seeing about maybe even another like larger cover, like maybe even DC. We'll see. It's letting this one marinate though. It just dropped in November, so
let us know if you need you need us to petition. Like, you know what would be great? Another cover by.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Dang. Now you guys are a vibe. Is Lilith also from Pittsburgh or
no?
I live in Florida right now. Well, I split my time between Florida and DC. So.
Oh, okay. Where in Florida? I'm West Palm
Tampa.
Beach. So. Oh, Tampa. Will you be at Tampa Bay or Metro?
Ooh. No, probably not. I don't do a lot. The only like Florida cons I do is MegaCon, really, to be honest.
Oh, okay. Then I'll have to see you guys for next year. The booth prices are insane now.
Yeah, they are. But like it's been getting bigger and bigger and bigger every year, so they justify it. Yeah. But the owners of the con are really cool. They love having just all kinds of people, and that's what I love the most about MegaCon.
Oh yeah, I love the guy who runs it too. Rich and I are really close. He's such a great being. I love him. They treat the artists really well at MegaCon though. I'm grateful to be. I know the wait list is super long, so being able to do that show in San Diego, New York, just it's really, really awesome. You know, you learn something from people all the time. So I think it's incredible.
I might have stopped by Steel City Con for a clean commission. So
Yay!
No, you get a hentai commission. Phil, have I taught you nothing?
I want superheroes. What do you want? Ask for dirty superheroes?
No, Phil, that would be so cool. I'm just
no. Everybody knows Superman's a power bottom. Come on.
Oh.
Yes, Lilith, speak, girl.
I told you, I'm a DeviantArt fan from way back.
I can tell. I can literally. That's amazing. That's amazing. It's kind of crazy. Like when my thing was announced, there were a lot of negative comments. So I'm bringing someone just in case, you know, because there were a lot of negative comments on the Steel City, like just as my post, because what they did was they didn't post any of my art. It looks like I'm just like some IG model or something because they just posted
yeah, maybe just
of
a
me
or something.
Yeah. So I was like, I should have put like my Batman and Robin cover or some of my other work, but they just posted pictures of me. So I don't think a lot of people understand that I actually am like an artist, you know, like and one that's been doing it for a while. So I was like, I'm gonna bring someone in case someone one wants to throw hands. I'm like, I don't want to throw hands.
Yeah, I mean, no offense to them, but I feel like they kind of drop the ball sometimes on like the artist alley side of things. So yeah.
Yeah. So I guess we'll see how it goes. Very first thing, and hope to see you, Phil, if you can make it.
I'm gonna try.
Yay.
All right. So all right, before we leave, well, a few things. But first, promote whichever you want. Social media, the music, your is there a website for your art? Can people ask for commissions? Do you have a website for that?
Oh, yeah, actually that's a great idea. Okay, yeah, guys. So if you want to check out my stuff, you guys can actually just Google Sukesha Ray. Did we lose Lilith? We lost.
Well, her dog might have stepped on her power cord. She'll probably be back.
That's actually amazing. I'm sure she will be. Yeah, if you guys actually want to follow me, Sukesha Ray, Sukesha Ray. I know my website is there. You guys can find like my Instagram. My link tree is also Sukesha Ray link tree. Just put it in Google. You guys will be able to find everything. Usually there's a contact button on that link tree where you can just submit. My single Fire is out if you guys want to listen. Basically put my name in, song Fire. It's really exciting. It's garnishing a lot of plays. Love for you guys to listen to it. That'd be amazing. And then otherwise, I think pretty good. I'll draw you anything.
Oh,
not the child porn stuff. That's bad though.
Yeah, no, yes. Let's keep it. Yes, legal. Yes.
Right. But I'll do pretty much anything. So yeah, if you guys want customs, I got you guys. And more stuff to come, I guess. There she is. Found Lilith.
Yeah, my puppy unplugged the PC. Sorry.
I told you.
Yep. He said it. He called it.
She warned me before we started. She's like, if I drop out, it's the dog. Well, one of her dogs.
That's amazing. You guys have been such a pleasure, honestly. So I think that's honestly, it's the best place. You can just Google me and most of my links just come up anyway. If you put in Sukesha Ray art, there's only one of me and no one's going to try to impersonate me because the name is so unique, you know? So yeah, you can't go any wrong. So.
All right. And so Lilith doesn't yell at me after we're done. Can we get a drop of you? This is Sukesha Ray and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Oh yeah. Do you want me to send like an audio file to you guys? Or
you can send. I mean, if you want to do it now, if you want to send me one later, however you want to do it.
Yeah, let's do it here.
Okay.
So this is Sukesha Ray. We're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. What's up, guys? It's Sukesha Ray, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast. Let's go.
Perfect. Thank you.
I used to get the energy, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I would not hear the end of it if we didn't get that.
Oh my gosh. No, it's little things like that. Yesterday I was filming. This is a big reason why I was like half dead, and I apologize again.
Oh no, I understand. I mean,
okay.
Your schedule and everything. Yeah.
I was filming with like this very big YouTuber, and I'll have to link those videos too. You guys will find those soon. But he always says how important small things are like that make just the difference. Those little nuances where you're like, hey, this is welcome to this podcast. Seriously, it's all important. So I get it.
Oh yeah, we're always looking for important people to mention our podcast. So.
Definitely. Such a pleasure, you guys. Honestly, such good energy.
Yeah, so like I said, I mean, I'm sure Lilith agrees with me 100%. Yeah, anytime if you want to come back promote the music or any of the art, or if you just want to come back
or
and
just want to hang out, top comments.
Yes.
TV
shows.
What are you guys' socials? I'll have to catch you guys on your socials. We'll
Yeah. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Yeah, we're all over the place. So.
And it's you guys. Both of you guys do the Capes and Lunatics together?
Yeah, actually, we do like several shows here. I mean, we have some other hosts, but yeah, Lilith and I.
Hosts?
What? Hosts. Yeah, no.
I'm kidding.
Me and my host do all these shows.
That's that Pittsburgh accent striking again.
Yeah.
I'm literally kidding.
Phil, say Gotham.
I just wanted to play a little. I love it. I'll have to show you guys a follow on social media for sure. So.
Oh yeah, I'll make sure we're following you. So I'm sure you'll see a bunch of requests.
Yay!
But yes, thank you again for sharing your time with us. Because again, you are a very busy woman. So thank you for.
No, I'm honored that you guys weren't pissed at me, and I'm really grateful. Thank you guys, and I'm so honored to be on your podcast. And it was a blast. You guys are great energy. So.
Oh, we love that. You're great. That's why I said come back whenever.
Sure. Sounds good, guys. My next major thing, I'll have to come back for you.
Yes, please. Again, you have my contact info, so yeah, just reach out.
Cool. Thank you, guys. Is it a wrap?
Yes. Thank you.
It's a wrap. All right, guys. Until next time, okay?
Yes. Thank you.
Bye, guys. Lilith, nice to meet you as well. She's awesome. I love her.
Nice to meet you too. Have a great night. Get some rest.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Oh yes, I think that was great. She needs to come back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah. If she wasn't busy with 50 million projects, I would have been like, hey, you can do a monthly podcast if you want.
God, Phil and his monthly podcast.
Everyone will be working for me in the future. You don't have to fear Elon
See what
Musk
you did,
anymore.
Rob? Do you see your deranged protege now?
That's the thing. That's my goal. I want to eventually have more people working for me than Rob had at his height.
Why did your eye drift over to my box?
All right. So should we get out of here?
Let's do it. Wrap
right.
it up.
And if any creators or send us feedback on Sukesha, she was great. But yeah, especially if you're a creator, any kind of creator, email us for an interview, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And hey, you can find all of our episodes, our social media that we were just talking about, merchandise. We just rebranded. So yes, we have all brand new merchandise with
now with ampersand.
Ampersand, yes. And of course, we also have a Patreon, of course. So if you thought this conversation was awesome, yes, we go completely wild, uncensored on Patreon. So catch us there, or we just have a Cash App link if you're a. Why can't we meet millionaires that just rain money on us?
Better take your top off, Phil.
I don't know.
Somebody's got to do it. It ain't gonna be me.
I know we lost our sex appeal. Yeah, I'm back.
You caused an earthquake in New Jersey with that puppet. Put it down.
I know. That's right. I forgot about that. All right. So yeah. But you can find everything Capes and Lunatics at tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. And you can find Grandma Lilith Hellfire on the Facebooks. Correct.
Friend me. My phone. My quarantine phone is back. I can't take friend requests and puppy pics incoming.
Yeah, see the dog who took her out of the podcast for a minute or two there. All right. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Sukesha. All right. And again, kids, stay tuned. We got at least 2 more interviews coming this month. So I want to be famous. We're going to be infamous.
Exactly. Well, that's more Salty and Petty's thing, honestly.
Oh, that's true. The infamous Capes and Lunatics. That's what it should have been. All right. So for another week, we have been your Capes
and Lunatics.
Woo! I think we found your long lost sister, Lo. You thought you were a little child.
I know. It was like kindred spirit.
Like she mentioned alcohol. She's like, I was like,
you cupped alcohol, and I'm like, preach it, sister.
I found another Lilith. All right. So yes, thank you, Sukesha Ray, and everyone reach out. It's time to interview. Good night.
Okay, I need like 10 minutes.